Oh, sweet home, Alabama. Men, welcome YouTube. Make sure to stay tuned to see the best athletes who originated from Alabama. Starting off this list from Alabama is NBA great Ben Wallace, Big Ben. One of the best defenders ever and one of the best underdog stories the NBA has ever seen. He was born in Whitehall, Alabama. Grit might as well have been Ben's middle name. He played at Cuyahoga Community College, then after standing out there, he transferred to Virginia Union University. After his college days, he went overseas to play in Italy, but barely got any tick. So little time went by, then finally the Washington Wizards had signed him in the 1996-97 season. But Ben ain't get his numbers up until the 01 season after he was made in a trade deal for Grant Hill. This brought him to Detroit. In that year, he was second in the league in boards per game with 13.2 per game. And the rest was set from there, of course becoming a champion on one of my favorite championship teams, the 04 Pistons, with Chauncey Billups, Sheed, and the rest of that squad. Ben was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year and a 4-time All-Star. Well done. Next from Alabama is Walter Jones. The big man is from Aliceville. Jones was a Seattle Seahawk for his whole career in the NFL. Mans was a force, and after playing 2 years at Holmes Community College and 2 years at Florida State, Seattle drafted him in 1997 at the 6th pick. Then from there, he was a 9-time Pro Bowler, 4 of those being first team. And after dominating on the O-line, he was named to the NFL's 2000s All-Decade team. Not only that, but he was named to the NFL's 100th anniversary all-time team. Yeah. I would say though, it would have been nice to see him play with Russ, but Seattle got him 3 years after Jones retired. But for real though, Jones was one of the most dominant O-linemen in the 2000s. Alright now we got Chuck, Charles Barkley. Oh, Chuck is from Leeds, Alabama. In his junior year of high school, he was 5'10" and got cut from the varsity team. But his senior year, he grew to 6'4" and was dominating. Auburn took note of the big fella and got him. Then in the 1984 draft, the Sixers drafted Barkley with the 5th pick. Jordan was 3rd. And although no championship ever won in the NBA, he's one of the best players to never win a chip. Carmelo, Steve Nash, and Karl Malone all might have something to say about that, even CP3, unless, well, yeah. Chuck was one of the best to play the power forward position, and he was the height of a shooting guard. He was a 1993 MVP, was an 11-time All-Star, and had 11 All-NBA selections. Next on this list is Ozzie Smith. Now Ozzie is from Mobile, Alabama, and played shortstop. He was nicknamed the Wizard for all the magical plays he made on the field while being at the shortstop position. He's often referred to as the best shortstop ever. He's a 13-time Gold Glove winner, has 6-team All-Star selections, and is a 1982 World Series champ. So of course, Smith was selected to the MLB Hall of Fame in 2002. Next from Bama is Carl Lewis. Lewis is from Birmingham, and let's talk about explosive. Lewis has 9 gold Olympic medals. 9. He has 8 championship medals too. He's held the longest indoor long jump record since 1984. That legend had 65 consecutive victories. 65. I don't know if that will ever be beat, but we'll see. Oh, and he definitely had honors, one of them being he won Sportsman of the Century by the International Olympic Committee. He was also voted Olympian of the Century by Sports Illustrated. And since retiring in 1996, Lewis has also done some acting. Now we got Evander Holyfield. Holyfield is from Atmore. Him being the youngest of 9 children, him and his family moved when Holyfield was young to Atlanta. But from the time Evander was just 7 years old, he was boxing real fights. Let me just say, this is the only man to beat Mike Tyson and George Foreman. But what's crazy is people forget that he won when Mike did his famous bite on Evander's ear. Anyway, he was the heavyweight champion of the world from 1990 to 1992. And he had a career record of 44, 10, and 2, 28 knockout wins. And And not only that, he remains as the only boxer to win the undisputed championship in 2 weight classes in the 3-belt era. Next is one of my favorite all-time athletes, Bo Jackson. Bo is from Bessemer, Alabama. Most definitely, arguably, the best athlete to ever play 2 sports. If it weren't for injuries, he could have done even more damage. Jackson won the Heisman in 1985 after running laps on the field at Auburn. In 1996, he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. He's definitely in the GOAT running back debate and best athlete in general debate, but he did work on the outfield too. He was the first athlete to win an NFL and an MLB All-Star selection. That's GOAT stuff. Now we got Hank Aaron. Aaron is from Mobile, Alabama as well. He had 7 siblings, one of those being Tommy Aaron, who also made it to Major League Baseball. Hank's idol was of course Jackie Robinson, and he believed that he was next, and surely he was. He was a right fielder who played lots of good years of baseball. In 1957, he won the National League's MVP, the same year he won in the World Series. The legend has 25 All-Star Game selections. 25. And in 1975, he was selected to the People's Choice's favorite sports figure. Now that wraps it up. Those are the top athletes to come from Alabama. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe by the bell if you're new, appreciate the view, and as always, thank you for watching. Now, but for real, subscribe.